Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue and stage 31 of building the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. In this issue we are going to be assembling the left rear leaf spring and mounting it to the frame of the Ecto-1. So I'll be doing some of the building bit, and then obviously I'll need to get the entirety of the car so far onto the bench, so that means a little bit of rearranging of the stuff. So first of all, let's get the first bit assembled. We are fitting the shackles to the leaf spring. This is the leaf spring, which looks lovely. It's obviously metal, but not made up of individual springs as the original is. Is this symmetrical? It certainly seems to not be. No, this is actually off to one side very slightly. So we need to make sure we get that the correct way round. It says, just says fix it. Yeah, it's not overly clear which side is which. That's a bracket fitted closer, which seems to be where we are. So it looks like we're putting this bit on this side, like so, and those bits on the other side. Now I've done this with one of the other car builds with a similar sort of leaf spring arrangement, and it was interesting. Let's have a look. We're fitting two LM screws, lots of selection of screws for this part of the build. So yeah, we're going to be quite interesting. There's only one left in there, so that's probably a spare one. Let's have a quick look, see. That's obviously no screw holes in that, so the screw will be fitting into here. Yeah, and then just tightening through into the other bit. So what I'm going to do is get the screws fitted to either end of this initially, and then we'll tighten those through when it goes onto that. Let's just double check to see. Yeah, these are sort of closer on one end than the other, but the picture doesn't make it terribly clear which end is which. They're quite close. They look the same to me. I'm going to put it on this side because that's the side I initially thought it was going to be, and we'll figure out if that's actually correct when we come to fit it to the car, and we find out that this hole is in slightly the wrong position. Because, yeah, there's brackets there that you can't make out too well on the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the correct side. So we'll get these tightened down onto here. Just like so. And the same on the other side. Now, obviously, these are going to be free to rotate. Not that I think they're going to be doing very much actual rotating in the build. They will be acting sort of as springs, but not in a big way. So that will go on there like that. Then on the other side, we've got these two pieces to put in. Do they matter which way round they go? That says... different things on there. Let me grab some glasses of seeing so I can actually make out what they say a little bit clearer. On that one, that says LI. And that says LO. So the O is on that side. The I is the other side, with the thicker pieces going towards the centre there. They are being fitted with a single PM screw, which obviously you have to get going through the correct side first. Doing there, so we'll probably be using the other one of those very shortly. That is actually screwing through there. Double check that it also screws through there. So we'll get this through there first. Actually a non-threaded piece at the top here. So yeah, it doesn't actually screw through there very much, but that's okay like that. So that will then go through there, and then we'll screw into a bit on the other side. Now you don't have to worry about keeping these level, because that one is obviously free to rotate all on its own. But you want to be careful not to slip and damage yourself while putting these in quite tightly and securely. So that's that like that. Then we need to bring in the part from last time, which I have indeed got it here. We've got the rear axle. Get that the right way up and around from there. That is then fitting onto there that way round. just like that. And an M&M screw will be holding that in place. Through the top of that. No, that goes through the top of that first. Right, so that goes on there. Then that goes over the top of it with that going inwards. The NM screw will go all the way through all of it. Hold that secure like that. Making sure that is nice and tight, because that's going to be putting most of the weight of the car through that. So that is that. Now we've got to assemble the shock absorber. Now I'm going to do that first, and then we'll put it together. So we've got the three pieces there. The three pieces we've got left. So we've got that goes on the end there. That goes through there like that. Now there is a hole on this first piece, which obviously we've got to get through there and then get a screw into that, which is going to be a BM screw. So this is the moderately tricky bit, because you've got to get that under tension and the right way round. So you can get a screw in there. Like that. Cool. That will hold in there. Obviously don't do it up too tightly that it doesn't slide. That to move. And that's the shock absorber bit. Just like that. So now I need to bring in the rest of it, and we'll get that fitted to the car itself. So I need to clear this out of the way, clear that out of the way. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so this is fitting onto there, just like that. With a little notch, because there's a little notch there. It's fitting with a QM screw from the other side. So what I'm going to do is try and turn this sideways like so. I can get that there. Actually, I'll get the screw through there first. That's going to be the easiest way of doing it. That screw comes out through that screw hole there that you can't quite see. There you go, you can just about see it. Then that will position over that. Screw will tighten into that. We'll make sure we get that located over that pin, just like so. And then there we have the shock absorber bit that squeaks and makes noises, just like that. Cool, I quite like that. So far so good. Now we need it for the rest of the bit to attach. We need to turn this that way around again. And this is attaching. Right, let's see. Goes across there like that, obviously. Lay the Ecto-1 so the underside is facing you. Yes. Place the leaf string attached to the front shackle, fits the screw hole in the middle chassis. Turn the model over and fasten these parts together using one screw. Right, let's see. I can't figure out where everything can connect up. That doesn't actually line up over there. Wait a minute, this is on the other side. Should that be... hang about. Have I put this on the wrong side now? I have. I've put that on the wrong side because I was playing around with it being back to front. So I need to take this off, put it over there. And then this attaches over there, because then things line up a little bit better. Yeah, or indeed they line up at all. So let me pause this. I'll flick that over to over there, and then we'll see exactly what's what. Right, that's better now. That's actually fitted over here. Now I'm going to be doing this in a slightly different order to the instructions, because I'm flipping it over and there's no point in doing all that. I've already got the camshaft fitted on there, so that needs to go into here as well. So let's get that done first, as opposed to later. This fits into that hole there just next to the speaker, like that. That lines up perfectly with that there, and that will line up down there. So that's so far so good. That's all lining up and fitting where it should. So it says to put that in first, which I will do when I turn it over, but there's no point in doing that now. I'm going to get a CM screw, not B, C would be the next one, because that's already located into the hole, so it can't go anywhere, so there's no point in worrying about that at the moment. If I get a screw through here, like that, will already start holding things a little bit secure. Although before I do that, I need to correct the part that I did before, where I folded these up to prevent them getting broken again. They need to fold back out to where they should be. So I connect that in there, that in there, that on there. Should that go through that, do you think? It seems to line up very nicely. Yes, it's got a picture of it going through there, although it doesn't really mention it. So let's get that through there. Obviously can't do the other side because we haven't fitted yet. That's okay. When we fit that in place, we'll make sure that that joins up and goes through there as well. So that one will fit in there and hold that in place securely like that. Trouble with now is going backwards and forwards. I need to make sure I don't miss any bits out. So, yes, I've got the outlet pipe to fix in place once I move it out the way to get this screw through there, which is probably the next bit. The other PM screw will go through there. Hold that in place. Get the screws out that I'm going to need first. That's it. So that's that one to go through there. The outlet is being held in place with an IP screw, the only plastic one, because it's going through the plastic thing. So that's going to hold the bracket in place, the exhaust in place rather. The bit that holds that one in there is, as we said earlier, a RM screw. That's one with a big built-in washer. Okay. And that is all of the screws being used. I might have a spare BM. Let's just have a check through and see. Oh no, there we go. I'm going to be using that and a part that I haven't found yet. One of the other parts. So we are using all of the screws that I expected to use. That's all good. So from this side, I still need to get that bit put in and then we can get the other bits done. So let's turn this over that way. So then we can move this out the way a little bit. To get that through there. Out, come on. Should be just going through there rather than actually holding in place anywhere. Let's move that round. Out of the way just to see. There's actually going to be a screw hole through there. Feels like that is. Although it feels like it shouldn't be, because that one. Interesting. Is that the other way round? Feels like that should be going through from that side. Does that mean that I've got these on the wrong way round? Let me double check back and see. Did I put that on from the wrong side? In which case I'll go back and do it all again. Going through the LO side, which is the other side. And that's from... Yes, I've got those two bits on the wrong way around. So I've got to take them back off. Reverse those, put that through, and then put that screw through there. I'll do that and come back and see you in a moment. Right, that's that all attached and tightened up through there the right way around this time. So now I've found the piece that goes on the bottom there, which is what also holds that in place. So let's get that connected now while I've got this way up. That just goes on there like that and sort of fits in place a bit like that. Sorry, that's off the top of the screen there. You can't really see that. That goes on there like that. And then I need to do everything from the other side. So let's turn that over there. That bit is held in place through that hole there with the plastic screw, the IP screw. Go through, not there, why am I putting it there? The IP screw goes through here, which is what holds the bottom of that in place. Yes, that's what holds the bottom of the exhaust in place there. The other piece, the BM screw, goes in from the other side. So before I turn over and do that, let me get the last screw on this side in, which is the one that goes down here and holds in the other side of that leaf spring. Exactly the same as the big opening the other side. We've still got quite a few screw holes to worry about, so we'll get there. But now we've got one more of those to do. Over this side, which, as I said, that's that bracket that holds the end in there. That just goes in there, like that. A bit tighter than that. All right, way round. There we go. That is that, and that is the end of this part of this build. Quite a lot going on there. So that's all in there nice and secure. Add a bit more protection to these bits, which will get even more protection when we put the next part on the other side, basically the same, in a couple of weeks' time. So that's that. So far, so good. I shall see you very shortly for the next. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.